Hi, this is Kenny. Now we're going to get into the meat and the heart of what protein really is. If you look at protein, protein is an FDA recommendation for our food. It falls in the line of 15 to 50 grams of food protein each day in each meal that we eat. So if you're looking at a certain meal that you prepare, depending on the individual and depending on what you're eating and depending on your diet, you're going to have a minimum of 15 grams in that meal. It can go as high as 15 grams of food protein. Protein is taken not only in powder, but it's taken in food formation on workout days only. When people study protein, they say it's 1 gram times your body weight. It's kind of a fictitious rule. The real rule of protein is on workout days only, protein is taken in harmony with the food that you eat, which equalizes not to exceed your body weight by a certain percentage, but gets you pretty close to it. There's no science to an exact form that gets you 100% sure of your protein. But today I'm going to get you pretty darn close. So let's take a look at a few things. Number one, the FDA, they recommend protein in 15 to 50 grams. When we measure proteins in grams, based on the Moffitt Institute, they use a baseline formula of 0.36 per gram. Mrs. Nancy Clark, she uses 0.4 to 0.8 grams on a scale based on the degree of athleticism. For me, I choose 0.4. 0.4 is for beginner to moderate athletes. And most people that's of our nature, we fall in between of the moderate to a beginning athlete. So what we want to do is use 0.4 grams, and our elite athletes, like our track and field runners, our bike marathoners, our football players, our basketball players, their grammage can go as high as 0.8 based on the amount of food that they're eating and based on the grammage of the energy that they build with their bodies during the course of the workout. When we look at protein, protein is defined as a large biomolecule and macromolecule that forms a long chain of amino acids in the body, and it differs from individuals. But when we talk about this long chain of amino acids, we're talking about a branch chain of amino acids that's in our body at a certain period of time when we take protein and when we eat food. Amino acids that's produced by our body is no more than 9. So all of the rest of the amino acids is made up in protein and food. That's very important to understand. Food is one of the main substances to give you the energy that you need in addition to protein. Protein does not build muscle only. Protein is a supplement that helps to repair muscle fiber and muscle on its own. The rest that builds muscle, it comes from weight training, resistance training with the body, such as push-ups, and other exercises in Pilates and anything else that we do to exert muscle and tear the muscle tissue down. So we got to remember, protein is not the savior as far as giving us the shape and the size of the muscles that we have. It just helps supplement the repair of the muscle and the tissue. Thirdly, protein should be taken before the gym. It's important to take protein as an early morning startup because of our deep night of REM sleep, which helps to burn off calories and also burn off protein when our bodies are repairing itself. Second, protein should be taken, in my explanation, at the gym. As you're training at the gym and you're tearing down muscle tissue on your body, you need immediate injection into the bloodstream of protein and the nutrients from the carbohydrates that's used to repair the muscle. If we wait longer periods of time, such as the rule of thumb, you wait 30 to 45 minutes after the gym before you have a window to take your protein, sometimes we can be too late. When we're too late in taking that, we lose that window of opportunity for our muscle development. So while you're training, try this one. Mix BCAA and protein together with your drink. Go to the gym, exercise. I guarantee you'll feel better results from your muscle recovery, and you'll feel a little bit more of energy in your muscle development as you train at the gym. This is a plus from me. Thirdly, protein works in combination with powder and food, in which it comes close or equal to your desired body weight. And the explanation behind what the FDA is saying, in each one of our meals, we should contain at least 15 to 50 grams of protein in each serving of our meal. It sounds like it's a pretty widespread, but it also depends on the dieters. A lot of times we have to take a look at the carbohydrate intake that we have to give us the energy to get through the gym. Protein does not give us energy. Protein is a building block in addition to the carbohydrate to give us the energy that helps regenerate the muscle growth and development. That is a very important thing to know. Dr. Clark stresses this in her book, and I believe it wholeheartedly, that we do need a balance of the food pyramid. The food pyramid consists of fat, carbohydrates, and protein. We need all three. There's reasons for it, but that will be explained at a later date, or you can pick up the book on sports nutrition and guidebook by Dr. Clark. I think you will find it very interesting and very informative as we move forward. Protein, like I said, works equal or to your desired body weight, and right now I'm going to prove it. I'm going to use myself as an example. I weigh 207 pounds. That's my weight. That's the desired weight that I choose to be. Some people may want to increase their weight or their muscle mass. So sometimes, based on your degree of athleticism, you may have to use the scale formula between 0.4 to 0.8 and the intensity of your workout and training to get to that maximum satisfaction in the levels that you choose to desire. But I'm using me as an example to prove my point. 0.4 powder grams times my body weight of 207 pounds comes out to 82.8 grams. That 82.8 grams sounds like it's quite a bit, but it's not really. Because when we divide that by 3 servings, we'll have 1 serving in the morning, 1 serving while we're at the gym, and the other serving before you go to bed at night. Reason being that is because while we're asleep at night, our body goes through a process called REM. REM is deep sleep. As your body is sleeping and we're giving off heat at night while we're laying in that bed, our body is going through a process called repair mode. When your body goes through repair mode, it's generating new self-growth and also new development to the tendons and also new development to the muscle tissue while you sleep. That is a very important part of our development in fitness and our development in our muscle and development is sleep. What we're going to do is divide that 82.8 by 3. We'll come out to 27.6 grams. 27.6 grams is the desired grammage that I would take before the gym, during the gym, and before I go to bed at night on workout days only. And the reason why I stress that so much is because of one thing. When your body is at rest and you're eating the right amount of food, you're actually equalizing the right amount of protein, carbohydrates, and fat intake that your body desires at rest, which means that you don't need any additional protein supplementation to grow. What you'll be doing is wasting protein. And protein, if you take protein in addition to not eating carbohydrate, protein has a tendency to turn into glycogen. Glycogen is a form of a glucose, which actually forms into a sugary substance which will spill throughout your urinary tract. It's not that good for you. That's why it's so important to weigh out the protein based on the body weight and based on the grammage that I'm giving you. 27.6 grams. We divide that by 3. Now, we're going to prove the calculation of the food protein pyramid in which I'm talking about. If I'm taking or eating 5 meals a day, 5 meals a day, I'm going to give a baseline of 25 grams in each one of my servings of food. And that's being nice because based on the Food and Drug Administration, it rides between 15 to 50 grams. I'm cutting that in half and just using 25 grams as an average. If I use 25 grams and I eat 5 meals a day, that's 125 food grams that I'm consuming during the course of the day. In addition to that, I'm also consuming my 82.8 grams of powder protein on that normal workout day. Now, how can I make that answer true to my body weight? If you add 82.8 grams plus the recommended daily allowance of protein by the Food and Drug Administration, and I'm using a baseline of 25, that comes to 125 grams. 125 grams plus 82, it comes out to 207.8 grams when you add them together. Again, if you add the 82.8 grams plus the 125 grams that's based on 5 meal servings a day, it comes out to 207.8 grams, which gets me very close to my weight desire. You can do that too. It doesn't take much, and the formula computation is not that hard. But this is the way that you can actually figure out what your body weight mass index is when it comes to protein. As a follow-up, I just wanted to let you know, protein is not the building block for the muscle. What is building block for the muscle development is the exercise that we do and the weights that we train, and also what we do on a physical standpoint or with our bodies. In addition to the protein that we take, it will help to develop and repair the tissue that's being torn down during that certain period of time. That is all I have to say to you today. But if you have any questions, you can question me on my YouTube page at kennythefitnesstrainer.com. Any other questions, I'll be more than happy to ask. If there's any other things that you would like to know regarding nutrition, I'll be more than happy to show that to you. Probably on the next one I'll do one on water that will help you actually stabilize your body a little bit better. But today we're talking about protein. This is Kenny the Fitness Trainer with a heart of the teacher. See you next time.